Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another fantastic episode of Let's Play Pokemon Soul Silver. This is episode number 18, and today we're actually kind of taking it easy. I know, what a surprise on the Let's Play for Soul Silver channel. Yeah, we're actually kind of taking it easy and catching a lot of Pokemon. We're going to the Safari Zone, which is brand new to Heart Gold and Soul Silver. It was not in the original Gold or Silver versions, so this is the first time I'm seeing it. I'm very interested to see what it offers, but there's a couple battles on the way there. I did cut out a good chunk of it. I was sort of doing some grinding in between. You can see nobody has leveled up to the point that they have they've actually evolved or anything like that. I think we showed Tomahawk's evolution in one of the previous episodes, but yeah, that's still the case to date. At the end of this episode, we don't have any new evolutions to share, but we do get to go and check out this interesting new area, which I got to admit, it is kind of interesting to see, like sort of Johto's take on it. I don't, in my honest opinion, and I'm gonna share some of the Pokemon we catch here, I find some of the Pokemon you can catch right outside of the Safari Zone to be better than the ones that you can catch inside of the Safari Zone, but that's just my 2 cents, honestly. You know, everybody's a little different, but that's just my opinion. But maybe you really like the Safari Zone here, and of course, I always get my picture taken anytime we can. It's sort of nice to look back at our team evolution. Look at our team there. Everybody's pretty good. I'm pretty proud of the team we put together, because my whole thing was like, I only want to do Gen 2 Pokemon, which you'll see here for the first time ever. I actually have a doubt in that. I have it twice in this episode, I believe, because here the first Pokemon I run into in the tall grass down here is Tauros, who I've never had on the team and is an amazing Pokemon. I'm gonna ask the Pokemon fans down below, if you know me, you know I am not somebody who typically likes to use the normal typing. It's honestly a weakness at times for Average Joe. So that's why I'm asking, would it be acceptable to use a Tauros on this run? And if you believe it's acceptable, because I've never used one before and I'd be really excited to do it now, drop that down in the comments below. The only time I've even used a normal type Pokemon on the team was in Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, just because Eevee was my starter. But I did not want to disobey my own rules. I only wanted to build a team out of Gen 2, so if people vote no, I understand. But drop that down in the comments below what you think, because I think Tauros would be a very good Pokemon as my final team member. I do run into a Diglett out here in the Safari Zone itself, but I feel like Diglett's too obvious of an answer because I wanted a ground typing, so I feel like Tauros is a good in-between typing. And I feel like Tauros would honestly hurt us because we already have Umbreon, who is going to be the dark typing, but up until that point is going to be the normal typing, so I don't know. I'm leaving that up to you guys. It's a Gen 1 Pokemon, but I've never ever used it before in a Let's Play or even like just solo running through things as much as I've always wanted to. I've just never really had a use for a normal type Pokemon because I'm so used to playing Gen 1 and Snorlax is the obvious normal typing if you're going to use it, and even then I've never really used Snorlax. So like I said, I'm gonna leave that up to the community. Maybe I'll give it 2 episodes, and if I find anything in between then, I'll use that. If not, I'll continue to move on, but I'm going to wait until the community at large for this Let's Play tells me, Average Joe, it's okay, use Tauros, and then I will consider using Tauros. I kind of have to let that stir with me for a little bit because, like I said, I really wanted a full Gen 2 team, and because I didn't give Tauros a nickname, it's going to feel a little bit awkward throughout the rest of the Let's Play, all the other stuff. And it kind of stunk because there was a Vulpix down there, that new flamethrower that I ended up catching as well, too, in that little section when I was doing some grinding after this episode. And man, that would be a fantastic addition to the team to have a Vulpix / Ninetales. Especially, it already knows Flamethrower. Like, it already knows the move that I'd really want it to know. Like, I really can't ask for a lot more. And it covers pretty much everything that I'm weak in, and it would get so much use in the very next couple episodes, and then even going into the Elite Four, it would be an all-star, but I'll leave that to the team. Like I said, to all the viewers, I'll leave it down below. Would it be acceptable to use a Pokemon from Gen 1? And if you'd like to see me use one, would you rather be a Vulpix or a Tauros? Because I don't know what else we're going to fill this empty slot on the team with. Unless you have a suggestion that would be helpful. Please don't throw, like, a stupid suggestion. Like, come on, man. But I'm all ears for the last Pokemon slot. I really don't know what we could put in there that would help even out our team, but we obviously are going to have some deficiencies here against the Ice type moving forward, and I feel like that's going to have some ripple effects. So I'd be curious to see what everybody has to say. Like I said, as you get the opportunity, drop it in there. Especially with Chomper, he's eventually going to end up taking a lot of our water-type moves and hopefully only one ice move. As long as he has the slots left over for it. So he's not going to be great. Yeah, there's just so many areas that we're going to be weak in come the end of this game because I wanted to stick to only Gen 2 stuff, and it is going to be a massive headache. But we'll work through it, like I said. You know, we've worked through it in the past. I plan to work through it now. I don't think it's going to be a huge deal, but it might cause some problems. We'll see as we get there. Take it one day at a time, I guess. What are you going to do? I just wanted this episode to, like, kind of sit back and relax. I've been spending so much time on Kingdom Hearts stuff. It's unreal. So I wanted to go and see what we could find here on this episode, see if there was anything interesting going on. If there was, sort of capture that. You know, sort of capture the whole what the safari looks like in this experience. I'm going to try and catch a Magikarp here. Honestly, if he gives me a tough time, I might not catch him. We're never... I mean, actually it would be... Yeah, there we go. That's actually excellent. I was just going to say, it would be really nice to catch him because we have a guaranteed catch of the red Gyarados later. If you're familiar with this, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. If not, don't worry about it. You'll see it in a couple episodes here. We'll get to see the red Gyarados in full action, and we'll get to catch him. But, yeah. I don't know. I do plan, when I come back to do, like, the all-encompassing... Because I want to do, right, like, I want to beat through every single Pokemon game that's out there that I can possibly beat via emulation or anything like that. And then I want to do a Nuzlocke of each. I know I've done a couple in the past, but I kind of want to start fresh and do them, like, all straight through of all of them that I haven't done. But I only want to do one, right? Like, I did Leaf Green, so I'm not going to do Fire Red. But I will do the original Kanto series again. So, for this one, obviously, we'll come back and we'll do Heart Gold. But, man, it's going to be... Yeah, like, we got a lot of Pokemon stuff to get through. It is essentially what I'm trying to say. And that's why, like... It's nice in these games to set some rules for myself to be like only Gen 2 Pokemon, but then we're going to have a lot of Gen 1 Pokemon on our Nuzlocke, I have a feeling. Be interesting to see what we're going to get out of the Geodude trade here too, to see if it's really worth it to catch the Geodude or if it's more beneficial to go and try and catch something else in the Safari Zone in a different section. So that way we know we have a higher probability for the Nuzlocke of getting something that would be out of this world better. But like I said, the Nuzlocks aren't coming for a while. I want to go through and beat all of these like at their base level first. I was going to try and do a Nuzlocke on Pearl, but that looks like it's getting tossed to the side here because this looks like it's going to take up most of July, if not bleed into August. So... This Let's Play, along with the Kingdom Hearts 2 Let's Play, have taken more time up than any Let's Plays I think I have on this channel. It's quite impressive how much time these two Let's Plays have taken up, and I've cut out substantial amounts of stuff for these two Let's Plays. I mean, maybe less so on the Soul Silver side. Like you see, we have a little bit of relaxation here and there. We have an episode like this where I get to go out and just sort of go to the Safari Zone and level up my Pokemon and do things like that. But then you compare that with like Kingdom Hearts 2, and it's like I'm compressing an hour and 20 minutes of video into like a 25-minute segment, and it's crazy. So it is nice. These episodes are a lot more laid back and relaxed than those episodes. But at the same point in time, they still take a ton of time. I mean, there's a ton of grinding that's involved in this game that you guys don't get to see, which I know I've stated in the past before. But if you are interested in seeing any of that grinding, please drop that down in the comments down below as well, because I would really love to do like some YouTube streams, but I don't want to be streaming if nobody's going to be watching, if that makes sense. I get it, like, you know, people could go back and watch it at a later point in time and stuff like that, but at the same point in time, it, like, you know, without people to talk to and things like that, and without going through like that trial and error process where like I figure out what really works and what doesn't work, it sort of takes the wind out of the sails of the whole process. And I really like to be like genuinely excited about doing it and like have a great time with all of you on stream. But you know, I don't know if that's something that you're interested in, so if you are, drop that down in the comments down below. I'm pretty sure I've shared that in like 1 or 2 videos of this Let's Play. Maybe it's becoming more apparent as we reach this part where I have to do a whole lot more grinding, but I'd love that. And I think it would be especially fun when we come back and revisit a lot of the stuff on like Nuzlocke, because I think that sort of fits like the whole Nuzlocke premise where like you guys get to see every second and all the defeats, where like, yeah, like when I try to do those voiceovers on the previous Nuzlocke that I did, it does not do it justice with like how much disappointment was behind each death and stuff like that. And I just think it would be a ton of fun to do. That's just my take, but oh, and there's a Pharaoh. I think this is one of the 2 Pokemon that I actually end up not being able to catch here. Pharaoh and Onyx give me like a brutally hard time. And it kind of stinks because I'm not catching them to like have them on the team. I just want to fill out my Pokedex a little bit more, because I know sometimes these Pokemon games have a habit of being like, oh, we'll give you so-and-so item if you've caught X amount of Pokemon. And it's usually like, oh, that's cool, that's a really cool item, I really want that. But when you're doing the Let's Play like this, there's really no incentive to do that unless you're trying to 100% the Pokedex, which is never my intentions in these Let's Plays. I know I've let people know that in the past and they've been disappointed. I could probably point you in the direction of other YouTubers that do that if that's something you're interested in seeing, but for myself, that is not something I'm interested in. This Let's Play itself has gone, what, 17 days past what it was supposed to be, and it's gonna take a lot more than that to finish it up. So yeah, it's not something I love particularly. Like, it just feels like a waste of time. I know it's not, because you get a lot of cool perks out of it, but for the little perks I get 100% in games, I just rather give like the general feedback. I don't want to call it generic, but like the legitimate feedback from like most people who play these games, because 90% of people who play these games aren't 100%ing it. Unless there's some stat that you could prove me otherwise, I have to believe it's, like, legitimately that high. Because there's, like, no other reason why you would. I guess on YouTube for, like, higher click-throughs, because fewer people do it, but... I mean, this whole channel's always been about, like, just having fun and doing what we're doing here. So there's no reason to go through any of that. Just kind of sounds like a big old chunk of time being spent on something that, I don't know, doesn't sound like a ton of fun to me. But we're down to 11 Safari Balls left. It's watching carefully. I'm just going to continuously try and throw at these two. If I catch them, I catch them. If not, you know, it is what it is. I don't think I end up getting Onyx or Pharaoh, honestly. It would be cool to catch them. But, like, they don't really serve a purpose on the team. I guess Onyx could be cool. But Onyx isn't really, like, a top-tier Pokemon either. He's just a cool Pokemon to catch that I always love to catch when I'm doing Let's Plays. You know, he meets the criteria of a cool Pokemon in my eyes. But that's about it. He's not... I think functionally, he's not as cool as he looks. And another soda pop. But that's just my 2 cents. I don't know. Some people may love Onyx. It might be their favorite Pokemon of all time, but not for average Joe. Here we go. Another Pharaoh. Can we catch him with 7 Pokeballs? I have no idea. I highly doubt it. Now he's coming out right out the gate. So watch it carefully. I'm just going to continue to throw Safari Balls at him, because nothing else seems to be working, so I'm guessing that the encounter rate is extremely low. There he is. He popped out again. Oh boy. I just don't think there's, like, anything that's, like, much cooler that we could catch here. I think we've caught, like, everything we can come across. So it just sort of bugs me a little. Because I'd love to catch, like, something really cool and unique here. But I have no idea what spawns look like or anything like that. I try and I go through Surf to, like, some of these smaller little areas, thinking... Because, you know, in the past there's been, like, Dratini and things like that hidden in these little areas, but it just seems to be the same repeat offenders. And I really don't want to waste Pokeballs on them. There's no sense in catching multiples of any of these Pokemon. They're just the same old song and dance over and over again. Okay, Coughing. Coughing we don't have yet. This would be a cool catch to end it out. He broke right out. That's not good. He's watching carefully. Can we catch him here? No, we cannot. It's watching carefully. Got 3 more balls left after this. Okay, we got Coughing. And we have 3 more Safari Balls left. So we should be able to get 1 more Pokemon, maybe. That would be pretty cool. But with that being said here, ladies and gentlemen, we are approaching the end of this episode. If you like this episode, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. All that good stuff is greatly motivational towards myself and continuing to make videos just like this now and in the near future. And like I've said in other Let's Plays, it is unbelievably... It's unbelievable to me, like, how we've gone from, like, in December/January of this year, I had, like, 10, 11 subscribers, and now we're up in the 60s. It has been phenomenal to see that growth. I know that's over a 7-month period of time, and some people may say, average Joe, that's, like, 10 subscribers per month. What are you talking about? To me, that makes a world of difference, because, you know, this whole process just started out as me having fun, me, just playing some games and recording my voiceover and having a good time, and to see that other people are enjoying it as we're catching a Grimer, yeah, it's been a treat. So if you like any of these, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. If you comment, I will respond. I give you my word. And remember, subscribing, it's completely free on your end. You don't even have to click that notification bell. I would appreciate it if you did, but you don't have to do it. I appreciate just the thought that you're giving Average Joe there. But there is about 2 minutes left of this episode. I'm going to let you enjoy the last 2 minutes and change here without my voiceover narration. But like I said, if you liked it, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I get back to all comments. And yeah, I hope to see y'all here on the next one on Thursday. Hopefully we're like doing some big serious stuff on Thursday, since we took it pretty easy here on Tuesday. But I'll see y'all here on the next one regardless, I guess. Peace out, Girl Scout, and we'll see you next time. Hope you all have a snazzy week.